talk about our new fusion camera. Why is this camera special? Why is the technology groundbreaking? My colleague Brian is sick, so all I've got is my fusion sticker. So we don't have a table, I'm sorry. But let's talk about what your biggest problems are in life. We had Mr. Sanzo talking about new objectives from Olympus that will gather a little bit more photons with better quantum efficiency. We had Laura talking about removing shot noise with an AI program. So lack of photons and noise, those are the enemies. Well, how do you deal with this? A lot of people say, well, we'll back thin the chips. All right, so what we'll do is the photons, instead of coming in from the front, we'll turn the chip around, we'll thin the back, and then none of the circuitry is blocking light from being absorbed. Great idea, brilliant idea. Improve the quantum efficiency. But, and this is a big but, that's not where detection begins. Your biggest enemy is not QE or lack thereof. It is in fact noise. Let's talk about your hearing, okay? What is the quietest thing that you can hear? You know, let's say that you're in a crowded room and you see a person like, just a few feet away and you can't hear them because of all the noise. If your ears are more sensitive, you still wouldn't hear them because it's the noise, it's the problem. You just need everyone in the room to shut up. Now, why can't you hear certain things like ants walking along? It's because the noise in your own system is too high. Have you ever wondered why vampires in movies always have great hearing? It's because they don't have a heartbeat. They're not breathing. All right, so if you were to have a heart attack and hold your breath, in the 20 seconds before you passed out, you'd be like, my God, those ants are noisy. So that is what the limiting factor is, and the same applies to cameras. So let's say that this is your chip, and this is the background noise. Now remember, we're going to be measuring how many photons there are with a little ruler, okay? Now, here's some photons. All right? And photons start raining down on this, and you can't detect them yet. They're lost in the noise. If you were walking along on this carpet in your bare feet, you wouldn't feel these. But let's say you've got a chip that's been designed to be very low noise, a shorter pile. Bunk. There it is, right there. There's a photon. Ow! You step on that, you're going to feel it. Detectability begins where the noise is the lowest. Now, quantum efficiency, well, how does that factor in? Well, look, eventually, you're going to build up a lot of photons here. More photons. Quantum efficiency helps when you have more photons. Bill Gates, when you talk about his wealth, you say he's got $8.7 billion. Only 0.7, but when you talk about some guy on the street with 37 cents, you do it in cents. When you don't have much of something, you measure in smaller increments, all right? Now the thing is that when you've got a lot of light is like a lot of money. It's not a problem that any of you guys have, all right? You are all photon hobos, okay? You're all rummaging around in the corner for an extra photon here or there with an Olympus objective or whatever, anything that you can do. But remember, detectability is going to start with low light. Oh my, the thing's, I got a minute. All right, so let's talk about EMCCD cameras. By the way, if you take an EMCCD and you turn off all the light, put a lens cap on it and take an image, you're going to see swirl marks on the chip. Those are the actual polishing marks when it was back-thinned. People are like, oh my God, is that affecting my data? I see it. It must be real. It is real. But you had one photon, and that photon is so is so much more than the background noise, it makes the background irrelevant. So yes, you can see it. Yes, it is real. No, it's not statistically relevant. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, where detection begins, and that is with low noise. And in the Fusion, there are 3 speed settings. There's fast, there's normal, and there's whisper mode. And if you put a sample on and you put it in fast mode, you turn down the light until you can't see it anymore. You go into normal, you start to see it. You go into whisper, you see it more. The detection has gone up, not because the camera got more sensitive, but because the noise went down. Thank you very much.